So I haven't streamed in a while. I've been busy, but now I found a window. So I have been working a bit on the extension. Specifically, there was some issues with the diffs, like how I was applying and normalizing and all of that stuff. But that should be working now. I've been testing it on some very complex PRs. But one thing I've discovered that needs to be in here is a proper rebase. Not rebasing to remote, but rebasing your branch on top of your target. Because like if you're gonna do this rebasing, you really have to stop doing these merge commits that you can do on GitHub. Like you should properly like rebase your branch on top of main, for example, so that all your changes are just put on what's already on the main branch, as opposed to like putting this special merge commit in your branch that kind of fixes your changes instead of your changes just being like historically applied on top of what's on main. And then like if you squash your PRs into single commit, I guess it doesn't matter that much. But it does matter for reviews, and that's what we're doing here. And the thing is that VSCode doesn't really handle this rebasing very well, because whenever you rebase, you have to force push, and VSCode doesn't do that. So it's a very confusing experience. Like you can say rebase on top of main, and then you do that. And if that just works, it makes sense, like it's a good experience. But if you have conflicts and you resolve those conflicts, you get into this state where your history just looks super weird, and you have this sync button that looks super weird, and when you click it, it doesn't work because you don't force push. So I wanted to make this like a first class experience with the extension. So that when we actually have a change on, let's see, let's find the thing. No, that's not the one. Sorry, where is it? It's like a test repo. There we have it. So yeah, as I said, we're gonna handle this more manually. So we have this test repo, and what we're gonna do is and we have this branch. So let's, what's this stuff? Change ho. Is this correct? Don't tell me this is wrong. What the fuck? Is this wrong? No. Is there still a bug here? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Look at this, it's wrong. Oh, for fuck's sake. I tested it on like a super complicated diff, and that worked just fine. Or a super complicated branch. Why is it? Oh, I don't know if I have the energy to go into this. I don't know if I have the energy to go into this. Why the hell is it? So it just seems like it didn't do so ho ha ha. Let's see. Yeah, so it seems like it just didn't apply. Oh, I think I know why. Well, yeah, actually this was the thing I wanted to check, because this is an overlapping. This is an overlap. Yes, okay. Because this is the thing I didn't quite. Oh. This is actually good. verify overlapping hunks. That's what we're doing now. So the thing is, currently for it to like normalize, let's see. Yeah, so here we're adding those two lines. And what happened when we normalized is that this change didn't so this changed line 4. Yeah. Okay, so what I think happens there is that this change was on line 4. But when I normalized, I was looking at this thing, and then I removed those two additions from this one. So it kind of changed line 2 instead. But then when it reapplied it, it didn't normalize it back to 4. And the question is, like, how should that work? But this is a very simple example, so we can reason about it. So normalize just means make this change look like as if nothing else had changed. So it does normalize it correctly, I think. Well, that's the question, because previously I didn't like, so this change previously wouldn't affect this change in the normalization process. They would become dependent on each other, and they are dependent of each other because they overlap on lines. So really, but the problem is, so we can do that. We can fix that normalized logic. We can look at it. Let's see. Rebaser, normalize changes. So here we have if the, yeah, it's the equals thing. Okay, so let's just try that. If I change that equal, we change this. Yeah, then it works fine. And I think that's really is the fix, because we only want to apply, we only want to normalize based on changes that happen before. But this is a tricky one, because now that second change was on the same start modification range, same start as the previous one. But what if I added these two lines and then I changed line 5, right? Then previous change modification range wouldn't be below, right? It wouldn't be below. So I think this needs to, or wouldn't be less, it would be more. But it's still a dependency. So so if not, yeah, only check if previous change. Yeah, I think this is what we want to do, because let's see if this actually continue. We do not normalize. Oh, sorry, it should be the other way around. Current change. We do not normalize changes to the previous change. Yeah, because that's not safe. And you can't move this change in front of the other because it is literally a dependency. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have the exact same thing here. So we're going to do like a short rebase here where we just throw away. We're just going to throw away changed this one. And then we're going to make another change, but we're going to make a change on line 5. Okay, and then we're going to go in and we're going to change this to he 2. And then we're going to, oh, I don't want to git add bloop flip. Okay, so now we have these two. And this is still adding 4 and 5. And now I'm making a change to line 5. Yeah, so now it's wrong again. Because it didn't include this thing. So we're just going to take a look at this. Console.log iterating, or let's just do previous change, current change. It shouldn't be that much to debug. And we should see this here. So, so we have the two changes where this has no dependencies and it doesn't have it. Oh, so it doesn't have any dependencies. So this should actually have dependencies. So it might be something wrong in the dependencies logic. Okay, let's check that. That happens here. Dependencies. Where's that happening? Dependencies. Wait, what? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I moved that logic, I think. Get file changes. Map chunk file to change. Yeah, we're getting, oh. We're passing in, oh, here we have dependencies. Is line overlapping with change? Oh, interesting. I didn't actually look at this. So prev change. Because here we only have the chunk. Yeah, I think it's this one. So from file range would be like the change without any other changes applied. So this would be the line. If the line is more or equal to range 0, and line is less or equal to range 1. This is correct. I think it's the line number that's wrong here. Rebaser. Because this from file range, this would be, well, this should be the same. But I don't like the fact that we're putting we're basing it on the chunk. It would be easier if do we have the same? No, we just have this one. Yeah. Isn't this wrong? So if prev change path equals path and should it be like this? Wait a minute. What the hell's happening here? So if, oh, this is the, yeah, this is wrong. Or that one. So if prev equals path and it's a type of add, or it's a type of file change, rename, or it's a chunk and lines are overlapping. Why is this failing? This is how it should look. Yeah, it didn't fix it, but yeah, I think that was wrong. Okay, is line overlapping with change? What the fuck? Line range. Oh, I think I know why. Because now range doesn't represent so range now represents what's the number of lines I need to like extract. These are different meanings. Like you have one, this is why you have like from file to file concepts, like what lines were there before and what lines are there after. So when I want to know if, so range doesn't represent the range after it's been applied. It just represents what's the range I need to extract to be able to apply these modifications. So I think that's kind of the problem here. Wait a minute. Line 5 and previous change is 3, 3. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm making additions, right? I'm making 2 additions to line 3, and that's what this array represents. So I don't think we should do, I think we should do, yeah. So range here would not be, it will be 0 and then previous change lines change count. I think that would be the most correct. No, that's not. Yeah, I think that's correct. Because if we look at this thing, lines change count is 2. So we take it from the start and then we look at how many line changes were made. And that's kind of the range of overlapping changes. Well, it would be this plus Yeah, this will be the correct way. And it should always work, because even if I applied like, let's say I changed one and then added one. Yeah, no, I think this is gonna work. Here we need to calculate the actual range that was applied. The resulting range, not the range needed to apply the change. I think those concepts are much better. Like, instead of thinking about it, this is how the file looked before. Like, this has been very confusing, understanding these diffs. I like the concept of like, this is the range needed to apply the modifications, and this is the range that was a result that encapsulates those modifications. Yeah, it's like a before range and after range. That's it. Like, but in a diff, the before range, it's not a before range and after range. It's like, it's just these, the lines at the point of no other changes on this commit. Yeah, it's very confusing. At least in this context, it's very confusing. There we go. And now they are actual dependencies, right? What? That doesn't make sense. That should have been a dependency. Wait a minute. Line range. Let's try again. Like, it worked. I'm not sure why it worked. Input event? Oh, what the fuck happened there? Wait. It should be line input event? What the hell? Yeah. So here it has. So why does it say dependency 0? I don't understand. Oh. Oh, sorry. It does have a dependency. But this one shouldn't have a dependency to... Oh, index 1, index 1. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, sorry. Sorry, I was reading it wrong. Like, I thought the length of the array was 0. But here we see it. This one has 1 and this has 0. Great. Okay, that was nice to get out of the way. What we have to do now is we're going to add a new state to the rebaser, or to NicePR, which is gonna be called mode resolving conflicts. And when it's resolving conflicts, we rely on the state, the repo state. That should give us everything we need to list the files in conflict, and whenever we don't have any more conflicts, we can just move on. So we need some new icons for this, but that's fine. So what we are going to do is, or maybe not, so this is really a new, I guess this is more like rebasing target. And then I should call it rebasing target. And then a substate of that is like having to resolve conflicts. Yeah. Let's try that. So, oh yeah. So we have this edit operation, which is in extension. Oh, I guess this one has an error as well now. I do wonder, like, this is where we're actually going to show the... where should we go at this? Yeah, because we need we need to put it in the state. That's the thing. But I'm wondering if it should be two different states. So we have rebasing target, and then we have resolving conflicts. I think, yeah, definitely. So, resolving conflicts. So this is going to be nice because it takes a little bit of time to like doing the rebase takes a little bit of time. Well, yeah, it does. So either you have a fresh main branch locally and everything's fine, or you need to, and if you don't have that, you have to rebase regardless. Either that rebase is going to be just fine, or it might result in conflicts. So we're going to try just thinking about mode equals. So here we're going to add some more state. Resolving conflicts is actually going to have the initial files that has conflict, and we're going to show them here. We're going to return and show them. But what we need to do first here is I'm thinking about how we're going to approach this. Okay, so we're going to fix one more thing. So we have this thing up here. Do a quick check first. So this is like check, what was it? Check, it's like check if rebase, check needs rebase from target. So this, okay, so we're going to test this first. We're going to do We're going to keep this one. We need to play around with this a little bit. So what I wonder, first of all, does this... So doing the colon with the branch again, that actually pulls down the actual changes. So this is just fetching like the history, while like with the colon, it actually pulls down those changes without changing the branch, which is great. So we're gonna see if this actually works. So now this should be much faster, which it was. And we're also going to move into like, instead of having that pop-up, we're going to do like verifying rebase or whatever. And then it changed into the conflict state if we need to do that. Great. And then what we're going to do, we're going to add a change here so that it becomes out of... So now when I check it, I should get the message of rebase, and I didn't. Do I actually have to pull it down? Okay. That sucks. So the log doesn't actually show... How do I do that? Oh, does it support internet? Oh, nice. How do I check when I am on a branch in Git? How do I check if my main branch is out of sync with the remote? Okay, let's try this one. Oh, I didn't know it was that. So let's... So this would be this dot target. We only support main as target branch currently. What? Do I have the other ones now as well? So me to not clean up my logs. Let's look at this one. Can I show rev list as JSON? Let's see. Yeah, so now it says, what does it say it did? 2 commits exists in origin main that are not in your local main. One commit in your local main that is not in origin main. Local is ahead by 1? Is that true? That's not true. It's the opposite here. So, but what I guess I can do is I can simply result, and then I can do const I don't think it's T. Ahead. Yeah, behind. This is the right thing. Interesting. Okay, let's try again. Oh, did I? Oh. Okay. Why didn't it work? Should be /t. Isn't that tab? Oh, interesting. Interesting. It actually knew what it should be. Okay, so basically, so all of this has diverging logs and everything. This should be okay, let's just comment it out for now. If behind, you need to rebase onto it before being able to edit this branch. To rebase this branch. Yeah, so and then clicking rebase is going to put us into the, yeah, you need to rebase onto main before, yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're not gonna do, well, we are gonna show this one, but we're not gonna have that other thing of check need rebase, check, where the hell do we do this? Suggesting. Why did it pop? Oh, sorry. This is, oh yeah, because you might do a suggestion as well. Ugh, we have to. Yeah. So what's interesting is that when you do that rebase, there's like, I'm not sure what we should do about it, because if you choose to drop them, so what you might do is that you might go and say, okay, I want to rebase. Maybe it's the first time you try the extension. And then you need to rebase on top of main. And then it does that. It runs that rebase, but it doesn't push to remote yet, because now you're going to look at the changes and approve it, and then we push it to remote. But if you cancel the actual editing of your branch, then you've still rebased with main, and you need to force push to remote. So we should really, to be safe, we should really force push after that rebasing on top of main, and then do another force push if you actually make changes. It's the most predictable behavior, I think. Huh. Yeah, this is interesting. I know that's going to be an issue. Like somebody's going to try it the first time And it's actually quite likely that their main branch is out of sync and they have to rebase on top of it. And then they might like look at the edit thing and then they're like, oh, this is pretty cool. But then they don't want to do anything. They just want to check the extension. And this is check needs rebase on target. You're not rebasing from, you're putting it on top. This was a really difficult one. But that means like, even if you don't, well, that's the thing. Well, yeah, even if, because I don't know the exact scenarios where you have to force push. Okay, we're not going to do anything about it now, and then we can rather learn from that. Okay, so suggestion doesn't work currently, but let's find the other one. So this is where we're going to do this first. We're going to first check if you need, that's fine. This is a very quick check. And then yeah, and this is gonna, you need to rebase on before being able to change or edit this. Yeah, let's call it edit this branch. Yeah, and then we're not gonna do, how are we gonna do this? If choice. Okay, we're just gonna, there's not gonna be any choice here. We're gonna do this. Let's just build this for the specific. And then, yeah, if needs rebase from target, we're gonna go into this whole other flow. Yeah, and this is gonna be actually putting you into, okay, so we're gonna remove this because we're gonna create our own thing. So we're gonna change the mode to rebasing target. And then we're gonna return there. And well, we're gonna return regardless. Because we can't do anything. And there's not going to be any progress here. Oh, what did I do? Should it be like this? There you go. Yeah, and then we're going to go through the rebase. We're going to go into rebasing target. And that's the one. That's the one that's going to actually perform the rebase operation. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think we're going to keep this on. But we're going to call this rebasing. Sorry, rebasing target. And then when we have that case, we're going to try doing this. But instead of doing this, we're going to go into conflict mode. So, okay. So let's do this, and then we're going to update the title. Refresh. Where is that? Oh, that's the, oh yeah. Else if NicePR mode.mode equals rebasing target. On target. Yeah, and I think we're just gonna do this. So it kind of shows it's a loading indication. Let's see what happens now. Need to rebase on main before being able to edit this branch. Rebase. Yeah, and then that was fine, I think. Well, no, it should have gotten into conflicts, right? Wait, what's the status? Was that fine? Was that rebase fine? I don't understand. Oh. Wait a minute. Didn't it? Rebasing target. And then it should have gone in here again. And then it should have run this logic. Oh, do I need to pull first? Okay, we're gonna do that. Where's that logic? What's that in here? No. Check needs. So now we're gonna do this. Fetch origin. Pull all changes. Okay, I think that was what was missing. You need to rebase. Rebasing on target. I don't think it's actually running it. I don't understand. Rebasing on target. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have like a check up here? No, that was just for... Oh, sorry. I was using the wrong thing. Set rebase mode. Sorry. Cool. But I think I did the right thing no matter. I shouldn't have that pull thing. Okay, let's try again. Rebase. It's interesting, like how maybe I don't even need this warning. Yeah, I want to remove that warning. Because you have to do it regardless. That's kind of what you're buying into with this extension, is like, we're gonna help you like get that PR history correct. Yeah, exactly. So now it show that conflict. But what we want to do is git rebase abort. What we want to do is rather go to we want to actually go into the conflict mode. So what we're going to try here, we're going to try to actually just look at the state. Does it have like... I wonder if... Okay, let's just look at the state at the point where it fails. Because if everything's fine, this set rebase mode, rebasing. Like if everything's fine, we can just go back into actual rebasing. But if it fails, we can't do that. We have to resolve the conflicts first. Hey. Oh, because now I pulled it. That's weird. Isn't it? That is weird. Oh, maybe it changed. Like check if... Check... what the hell was it? Check need... Maybe that changed now. No, it's 0, 0. Why does it say that? I still need to rebase. Okay, let's look at the I called NicePR 268. Has diverging logs. Okay, let's check that. Or has diverging logs. Well, if behind return true. Has diverging logs. Yeah, initializing rebase. And now, well, that's interesting. So many states. So untracked changes. Oh, are these functions? That didn't help me much, did it? Oh, they are getters. That's what they are. Okay. Because I do wonder where do I know? Check, ignore, and remote. I wonder where it gets blame. Might have to look into the. Let's see if we can do that. The git. Let's see. VSCode extensions git source. Let's jump into that one. See how they showed. Oh, I have to cut my hair. It's like all over the place. Extensions git source. What the hell should we search for? Blame. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's just look at untracked changes and see if it pops up there. Oh yeah. Oh, interesting. Let's refresh. Oh yeah, sorry. So they're initializing. What does this say? Initializing repo. That's weird. Oh, it's not able to actually handle that state. Okay, we're gonna see what we can do about that. But there's no untracked changes. Working tree changes. Like what the hell are all these things? Okay, index changes, merge changes, working tree changes. There we have one. That's merge changes. It will be interesting to see status. Map status. It's probably just a number, so that's a problem. But a bigger problem is Yeah, what the hell is 18? But it's a resource.type. Maybe we can find that here. Yeah. Status. And it was 18. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it says nothing about it being... I'm gonna ask... do you know how I can get access to any files in conflict using the Git repo? Okay, that wasn't much of a... That was weird. What I wonder what we can do is there anything... These are just error codes. So there's like nothing in here. This requires more research. I can search for conflict here. Oh, there was something called unresolved. Deletion conflict. Oh my god. I would love to list the conflicted files so that you could resolve it in the extension. But that seems way more complicated than I thought. Oh, maybe we can just use Git for this. Can I use Git to detect which files have conflicts? Maybe we can just use Git. Yeah, and then, but I don't think VSCode like automatically picks up on this. Running, well, list files with, oh, does it? Okay. Yeah. Oh, look at that. All these lists. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm after. Yeah, get if name only, the filter. Okay, so that gives us the, at least gives us the, Conflicted files. Columns files will be split by, yes. Okay, let's just try this, see where it takes us. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we have the file, and then let's just try asking, how can I show a conflicted file in my VS Code extension, and when clicking it, open the conflict resolution view in VS Code. So what we can do here in the meantime is, NicePR. We're gonna go to our resolving conflicts files, and this can just be a record of the name of the file and a boolean, like, is it resolved? Open the file normally, so VS Code. Oh, cool. Okay, so we can just open the file. Okay, let's try that. Oh, this is, that will be great. So what we want to do is basically, yeah, I didn't do a great job with oh, okay. We shouldn't return here. Oh, yeah, sorry. So what we can do is, well, here we want to return because we're moving back to rebasing. But here we don't want to return because we want to set the new state. This is, I don't like this logic. Look at this. It's a very record string boolean. It's very good. Okay, but let's see what happens at least. So, yeah, and what we can do as a final thing is in this get items, get tree items, or get children, I guess it's so if it's that one, we're gonna return, well, we're gonna const keys or files equals that's weird. Object.keys mode.files, and then we can return. Okay, I just want to create the tree view here. New tree item, new VSCode tree item. Oh yeah, sorry. So that will be files.map, file name, item, return item, and then we can explore. I just want to explore if we can, and then we're going to stop the stream. I just want to see if I can actually show the conflicts and open them. Why does it say initializing repository? Rebasing on target. I think it actually changes its state. It's just, for some reason, it moves back into initializing repository. And it does that because the initializer is getting some kind of state. And I think this is related to the, maybe it's because it's lacking a head. Oh, fuck. Oh yeah, I don't want to go into this. It's because during rebase, we, like if you see here, like we're not on the branch anymore. We're not on this intermediate state, for fuck's sake. That's why it happens. Okay, we're gonna stop the stream. We got a lot of progress here. But we need to do another stream to handle this state. No idea how we're gonna do that. Because we do want to make sure that when we do change the branch, this extension reinitializes. So we need to know if we're actually in like a rebase mode. I don't know if I can look at the, yeah, we can, oh yeah, I guess we can simply, yeah, we're gonna check if in rebase mode. Yeah, that's a simple check. Like we can check when we're initialized, we have access to the NicePR, and that NicePR has a state that we can check. Like, are we actually, like, I guess resolving conflicts would be the correct state. Or rebasing or resolving conflicts, I think. Yeah. And then it won't drop out. Okay, let's quickly check it. I'm just gonna. So if initializing or initialized and this.state.repo equals repo. This is a hell of a check. Oh, for fuck's sake. Because we only have NicePR when we're initialized, so we have to do a double check on initialize, which I don't like. Well, has changed branch. That will be this one. And not is resolving rebase. So is resolving rebase would be if this state.state is initialized. It actually understood that. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna add the additional rebasing target because I'm not sure exactly when that state updates. So let's see. Yeah. It's funny how it moves to initializing repository. I have to refresh. That's another bug. Oh, interesting. Oh, I guess we can do. I find that peculiar. Has changed. NicePR mode. Resolving conflicts. How could it move into initializing repository again? Restarting. I am confused. It says restarting. But it was resolving conflicts. How's that possible? Wait a minute. Yeah, true. I don't trust this. Oh, it says idle. Wait, false. Oh, True, false. Why does it say false? I'm confused. So it's initializing. Why did it restart there? It shouldn't restart there. Has changed branch? That's even weirder. Undefined? Is branch undefined? Oh, interesting. Oh, I should check that. Has changed branch. So well, we shouldn't do any of this if, oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm kind of, it's not like restarting. It's just, yeah, sorry. That's fine. But it states that, yeah, and then it's idle. Then when I click this, it's undefined again. Okay, but maybe that is the thing. So if has changed branch, we have to be very specific about this. This is if we do have and repo.state.head.name. So if you have and branch and that's not the same, that's when we actually change the branch. Yeah, and then I think we can actually drop this because it doesn't have a head when you're rebasing, as I understand. But now I'm not sure if this actually resolves. Yeah, exactly. So the thing is, so if and no branch or oh fuck. Okay, so wait, this isn't true. And no branch or what did I do? There we go. So so if is same repo. Oh, sorry. Is same repo. Well, I guess we don't need to check that. Okay, so if not is same repo or has changed branch. So only trigger when the initial branch is not available or we change from branch to an actual other branch. Rebases does not have head, as I understand it. Wait, fuck, didn't it work? Why didn't this work? Oh, are we in... yeah. That is fine, because, like, yeah, that's also something to handle, but... there we go. And then if I do this... There we go. Okay, so now we just need to be able to click this README. And that should just be opening a file. Let's see. Where is resolving conflicts? Item.command. Could you create me the command which opens the file? Let's see if you can do that. I guess. Oh yeah. So this should change to the file was not found. Yeah, I think I know why. I use these other places as well. Workspace path. Let's just help it a little bit here. URI. Oh, doesn't it have access to the repo? Oh, wait a minute. No. Why don't I have the repo there? Oh, this initializer dot. I'll. Oh, fuck. It's because. There we go. It's the callback. Isn't that typical? Okay. Okay, file path. Let's try again. Look at that. Beautiful. And then we have to like, goddamn, this is very complicated. And then we have to know when it's actually been resolved. And to do that, I guess we need to do something. But anyways, at least we have this state now. We can open the conflict. We can fix the conflict. But like, some conflicts aren't like this. The conflict is like a rename or a deletion that shouldn't happen, or this is very complicated. I'm basically re-implementing a lot of the Git extension, which I don't want to do. I thought this would be simpler, but this is really important for, like, the extension immediately just breaks down when you're not rebased on top of main. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop the stream and think about this. But maybe it is better. That you like do this merge commit, but then you can actually resolve it. So like you pull down changes. Well, that's the thing. Like, that's also a bad experience. Like going to GitHub, you update from main, and you have conflicts, and then some conflicts can be solved on GitHub. So then we need to pull. Yeah, no, I have to think about this. Fuck. Goddamn conflicts. There's also the fact that, like, what if you have a PR and you look at GitHub and it's like behind main, and then, but you're happy with your commit, right? And then you just want to do the rebase. It's kind of weird that you go into this extension, click like edit, because you don't want to edit. You just want to apply that rebase. Well, yeah, I'm not sure if that's strictly true, because you only get into that situation if you actually have conflicts. God damn it. Fuck it. Yeah. But do you ever get, like, what if you make edits to a file and then someone else deleted that file? Hi, Adam. Does that come in as what is that? That comes in as like, oh, that other person deleted it, and then yeah. It's much easier to say that getting your branch up to speed with your target is up to the developer, and then you can't use this extension unless that's fact. Like that has been done. And then if you choose to do a merge thing on GitHub, like this extension should still work. It would take away a lot of complexity. At least we need to check that first. Like this is a good idea to kind of handle the full flow, but it's a huge ass effort. So yeah, we're gonna just, when you try to edit, we're just gonna check, are you up to date? Are you up to date? Is main your target? Is that up to date from remote? Is your branch up to date from remote? And if they're not, you have to like fix it. Yeah, exactly. This is about prettying up the PR. Yeah, I have to do that, or I'm gonna it's gonna break my spirit trying to fix this. But I know wasn't there an issue like having that merge commit? No, that shouldn't matter. That should not matter. Okay. Cool. I guess this was a fun exploration, but yeah, okay. I was just about to end the stream, Adam. Been sitting here for how long now? 1.5 hours. Yeah, but we're gonna do that. We're gonna revert all this stuff. And then we're just gonna rely on identifying if you're up to date, and then you can choose how you want to resolve that. But then also, we don't need this check of you being up to date with. Yeah, you need to be up to date with main. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a problem. Yeah, that was a problem with the merge. Like if you merge from main remotely and you pull down, the diffs will be wrong because you haven't pulled down main. Because the diffs, like diff commands, are based on actual contents, not just having like the history. You need to fetch main, but I have that logic. So fuck. This is actually problematic because it depends on what your branch points to. Because your branch has a parent, which is a commit on main, for example. And if I were to pull down main, yeah, that's the problem. If I were to pull down main, I will start comparing to the latest changes of main. Yeah, maybe that's the problem. Like I'm not, the logic that's comparing file diffs is not using the hash that I branched out from. it's comparing the current state of main in this case. But I needed to compare with the specific hash I branched out from. But do I know that? Is that something I can figure out? Can I use git to find which commit shall my branch out from? Even though I... Because that's where the comparisons needs to happen. Oh, that's merge base. Common ancestor. Exactly, a common ancestor. Oh, that's what merge base is. I think I'm actually using merge base. Yeah, but I think even though, so if I'm in a situation where everything's actually fine, but I want to make sure that, yeah, but I don't need that, do I? No, it should just work. Like if I branch from main and then main goes on remotely, and then I do my changes, I have my PR, but if I choose to update that branch from main remotely, we're going to have a message that says that my local branch is out of sync with the remote branch. You have to pull. If I do a merge on GitHub, the same happens. Like I'm out of sync with my remote, so I have to pull from remote. But at the end of the day, if I... Yeah, I guess that's it. Because if I update my branch, what does that mean? Like when GitHub has like the update branch, is that a rebase? Does it change the ancestor? So maybe locally now, I don't have that ancestor anymore. Or I have different ancestors. Like, so the remote branch is pointing to the latest main, but my local branch is still pointing to the... How does that work? Because I can pull my remote, which has been like updated by GitHub, but I might not have pulled the actual target of the thing. Yeah, I don't know. But it doesn't matter. Like we can make sure that whenever you go into edit, yeah, I wonder if like maybe a better approach is like when you click edit, what we do is that we just reset to remote if you don't have it. Like if you have local changes, you shouldn't be rebasing or like changing your PR anyways. So given you have a clean local state, we just reset to remote. But what I wonder is, could you ever come into enter a situation where you're in sync with remote, but the merge base command is wrong because you're on a... So let's say you actually reset to remote of feature, but your local main is not synced. Like, could this merge base be wrong because it didn't fetch or pull main? Yeah, exactly. If your branch has been rebased or merged with other branches, the situation might be more complex, and the output of merge base may not be what you expect. The best common ancestor? Come on. Yeah, exactly. It will be wrong. But if you want to have like guarantee that everything works, what you can do when you click edit is like, okay, you don't have any local changes. I'm gonna reset to remote. And then I'm gonna pull your target branch to the latest. And then you are in the same state as remote, both in terms of your own branch and your target branch. And then it will be the same. Yeah. But okay, I think we're going to try that at least. That the prerequisite for using like the extension actually allowing you to make changes is that, of course, you don't have any local changes, but it resets to remote, hard resets to remote, and it will pull down your target so that you actually are in like a remote state. And then it should be fine. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I have to go into a session, but yeah, this is nice. This makes me hopeful. And I think it's like, as you said, like what's the responsibility of the extension? It's changing the remote history. That's really what it's about. Like it's about changing the remote history. So to be able to do that, your local environment needs to be the same as the remote. Like we need that guarantee. And then we just do that for both your branch and the target branch. And then we should be good. Then we should be good. I guess there is like a scenario where your target branch is a feature branch, which you've rebased. And then you don't really want to like pull. You also want to do a reset there as well. But your main branch should never. Yeah, we have to make sure it's pushed as well. Yeah, we should push. And if push fails, it's because you have local changes. So we're just going to try to push, reset the remote, because that push is going to encapsulate a lot of issues. Yeah. But yeah, you might have a feature branch that you rebased, and then you want to reset to remote on your target branch. But we don't really support other target branches than main currently, because there's actually no reliable way to know what the target branch is. Oh, I have to go. Bye for now.